Dry cakes usually result from utilizing the wrong ingredients, but there are many ways to make them moist. 1. Be mindful with the proper usage of butter. When a recipe includes butter, make sure to use real butter instead of butter substitutes, because alternatives contain water that does not give off the same tender that butter's fat contains. If the recipe states that butter should be at room temperature, use it. It is also easier to mix since it is warmer and leaves the batter with an even texture, which leads to air pockets and fluffier cakes. An improperly creamed butter would result in a dense cake. How to cream butter using room temperature butter. Ingredients: butter, room temperature. Equipment: mixing bowl, rubber spatula, hand or stand mixer. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Thaw the butter before using it. Do not microwave the butter because it will heat unevenly. Step 2. Then, slice the butter into cubes before placing them in a mixing bowl. Afterward, beat the butter and sugar for 2 minutes or until it is incorporated. Using a rubber spatula, scrape the corners of the bowl until all the mixture is mixed. Step 3. Follow the remaining steps in the recipe of choice. 2. Properly mix the ingredients when making cakes extra moist. Follow the utensils and beating times given in the recipe. To prevent overmixing, alternately add and mix the dry and wet ingredients to the batter. Overmixing will harden your cake by producing too much air that deflates when baked. How to properly mix the ingredients. Ingredients: dry ingredients, wet ingredients, butter mixture. Equipment: mixing bowl, rubber spatula, whisk, hand or stand mixer. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Prepare your ingredients in 3 separated bowls: dry, wet, and butter mixture. Step 2. If the recipe requires using an electric mixer, whisk, or spatula, follow as instructed. Step 3. Gradually add the dry and wet ingredients to the butter mixture, with a sequence of dry, wet, dry, wet, dry, to ensure that each section will not be under or overmixed. Step 4. Follow the remaining steps in the recipe of choice. 3. Bake at the right temperature. Make sure to assure that you have the right temperature. Never disregard the process of preheating because it aids the leaving agents to rise by reacting to heat. When using dark cake pans, reduce oven heat by 25 Fahrenheit degrees. Dark cake pans can quickly absorb the oven's radiant heat than aluminum pans. As heat is absorbed faster, the edges, top, and bottom of the cake will brown faster. As much as possible, avoid opening the oven door when baking is ongoing, as it will cause the cake to collapse. How to make cakes extra moist with the right baking temperature. Equipment: oven, oven thermometer. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Follow the indicated temperature in the recipe. Step 2. Preheat the oven depending on your stove or what is indicated in the recipe. It usually takes up to 15 to 20 minutes. Step 3. Utilize the oven thermometer by placing it in the preheated oven and remove when doing a reading. Recalibrate the oven if necessary. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.